George Washington Carver was an African-American scientist and educator. Carver is famous for many inventions, including a number of uses for the peanut. George Washington Carver was born into slavery and went on to become one of the most prominent scientists and inventors of all time, as well as a teacher at the Tuskegee Institute. Carver devised over 100 products using one major crop, the peanut, including dyes, plastics, and gasoline. Carver was most likely born in 1864 into slavery in Dibon, Missouri, during the Civil War years. Like many children of slaves, the exact year and date of his birth are unknown. Carver was one of many children born to Mary and Giles, an enslaved couple owned by Moses Carver. A week after his birth, Carver was kidnapped along with his sister and mother from the Carver farm by raiders from the neighboring state of Arkansas. The three were later sold in Kentucky. Among them, only the infant Carver was found by an agent of Moses Carver and was returned to Missouri. George Washington Carver was an American agricultural scientist and inventor. He actively promoted alternative crops to cotton and methods to prevent soil depletion. While a professor at Tuskegee Institute, Carver developed techniques to improve soil depleted by repeated plantings of cotton. Carver's inventions include hundreds of products, including more than 300 from peanuts, 118 from sweet potatoes, and even a type of gasoline. At the time, cotton production was on the decline in the South, and overproduction of a single crop had left many fields exhausted and barren. Carver suggested planting peanuts and soybeans, both of which could restore nitrogen into the soil, along with sweet potatoes. While these crops grew well in southern climates, there was little demand. Carver's invention and research solved this problem and helped struggling sharecroppers in the South, many of them former slaves now faced with necessary cultivation. Contrary to popular belief, Carver did not invent peanut butter. However, he did do a lot of research into new and alternate uses for peanuts. He even became known as the Peanut Man after delivering a speech before the Peanut Growers Association in 1920, attesting to the wide potential of peanuts. The following year, Carver testified before Congress in support of a tariff on imported peanuts, which Congress passed in 1922. By this time, Carver already had great successes in the laboratory and the community. He taught poor farmers that they could feed hogs acorns instead of commercial feed and enrich croplands with swamp milk instead of fertilizers. His idea of crop rotation proved to be the most valuable. Through his work on soil chemistry, Carver learned that years of growing cotton had depleted the nutrients of soil, resulting in low yields. But by growing nitrogen-fixing plants like peanuts, soybeans, and sweet potatoes, the soil could be restored, allowing yield to increase dramatically when the land is reverted to cotton use a few years later. To further help farmers, he invented the Jessup wagon, a kind of mobile classroom and laboratory used to demonstrate soil chemistry. George Washington Carver, a famous scientist, faced challenges, but he made a difference anyway because he used his inner strength to help himself. When George was a little child, he was born a slave and his mom was kidnapped. He did get to go to the college, but had to work on the farm all along. As a result, he used all these challenges to become stronger. He then used what he learned in college to teach farmers how to rotate crops and use the extra peanuts they grew in over 300 ways. He finally donated his income to Tuskegee University to help others. George used his inner strength and resources to help others. Everyone faces challenges, and we can all use these to become stronger.